Every day, an average of 17 veterans take their own lives. Behind this staggering statistic lies a hidden crisis that continues long after the uniform comes off. Veterans, the battle after service. For millions of veterans, coming home marks the beginning of a new set of challenges that can last a lifetime. From mental health struggles to physical disabilities and homelessness, the fight continues long after the uniform comes off. When veterans return home from service, many people assume their battles are over. The truth is far more complex. For countless veterans, the fight continues every single day, long after they've left the battlefield. The challenges veterans face are diverse and deeply personal. Mental health struggles, physical disabilities, homelessness, and the difficulty of reintegrating into civilian life create obstacles that can feel insurmountable. These are not isolated issues affecting a small number of people. They represent a widespread crisis impacting hundreds of thousands of veterans across the country. Post-traumatic stress disorder, commonly known as PTSD, affects approximately 20% of veterans who served in Iraq and Afghanistan. This condition goes far beyond occasional stress or bad memories. Veterans with PTSD experience intrusive thoughts, severe anxiety, nightmares, and flashbacks that can make everyday activities feel impossible. Simple tasks like going to the grocery store or attending a family gathering can trigger overwhelming responses. Depression and anxiety often accompany PTSD, creating a complex web of mental health challenges. Many veterans struggle in silence, hesitant to seek help due to stigma or fear of appearing weak. This reluctance to reach out can lead to devastating consequences, including substance abuse and suicide. The mental wounds of war are just as real as physical injuries, yet they often receive less attention and understanding. Physical disabilities present another significant challenge for returning veterans. Traumatic brain injuries, lost limbs, chronic pain, and other service-related conditions affect daily life in profound ways. A veteran who once led troops through challenging terrain may now struggle with basic mobility. Someone who coordinated complex operations might face cognitive difficulties that make simple decisions exhausting. These physical challenges extend beyond the injuries themselves. Veterans must navigate a complex healthcare system, attend countless medical appointments, and adapt to new limitations. The process of learning to live with a disability requires immense courage and resilience, yet many veterans face this journey with limited support. Homelessness among veterans represents one of the most visible signs of this ongoing struggle. On any given night, tens of thousands of veterans experience homelessness. The transition from military structure to civilian life can be jarring, and without adequate support systems, some veterans find themselves without stable housing. Economic hardship combined with mental health issues and difficulty finding employment creates a perfect storm that pushes veterans toward homelessness. Finding meaningful employment poses its own set of challenges. Military skills don't always translate directly to civilian job requirements. A combat medic may have saved countless lives but lack the civilian certifications needed for healthcare work. A logistics expert who coordinated supply chains across war zones might struggle to explain their experience in terms civilian employers understand. This gap between military experience and civilian expectations leaves many veterans underemployed or unemployed. The social aspects of reintegration can be equally difficult. Military service creates bonds and a sense of purpose that are hard to replicate in civilian life. Veterans often feel isolated, misunderstood, or disconnected from people who haven't shared similar experiences. Family relationships may have changed during deployment. Friends may have moved on. The sense of belonging that defined military life can feel impossible to recreate. These challenges don't exist in isolation. A veteran struggling with PTSD may have difficulty maintaining employment, which can lead to financial stress and housing instability. Physical disabilities can limit job options and increase medical expenses. Each challenge compounds the others, creating cycles that are difficult to break without intervention and support. Despite these obstacles, veterans demonstrate remarkable resilience. Many find ways to adapt, heal, and thrive. They draw on the same strength and determination that served them in the military. However, they shouldn't have to face these battles alone. Communities, organizations, and individuals all have roles to play in supporting veterans. Understanding these challenges is the first step toward creating meaningful change. Veterans fought for their country and continue fighting every day to rebuild their lives. They deserve comprehensive support, accessible health care, employment opportunities, and communities that recognize their ongoing struggles. The battles veterans face at home may look different from those they faced in service, but they require the same level of commitment and resources to overcome. The challenges facing veterans reveal a fundamental truth. The cost of military service extends far beyond the battlefield and continues for years, even decades after returning home. Understanding these struggles is crucial because veterans represent a significant portion of our population who sacrificed for their country, yet many face systemic barriers to healthcare, employment, and social support that could be addressed with proper resources and awareness. The interconnected nature of these challenges means that addressing one issue in isolation is insufficient. Effective support requires comprehensive approaches that tackle mental health, physical rehabilitation, housing stability, and employment simultaneously. If you found this information valuable, consider learning more about veteran support organizations in your community or sharing this video to raise awareness about the challenges veterans face.